The men in the department always puff out their chests when they talked about the kendo champions, like it was something to impress me or something. Never paid it much attention. Still, it's strange that someone related, however faintly, to the mask has yet another tie to my old life. Takeshi Kanawa seems like an interesting guy, but not very serious and not keen on strangers. At least I didn't have to use any English. That would have been a disaster. Okay, so he's at the dojo here. So we can go in there. Oh, that's all we can do. Okay, let's go. Let's talk to this guy. Ooh. Kind of voice. Who are you? Detective, friend of May's. Let's go with detective. Detective, huh? I recognise you from the papers. This must be about Mai, right? I have a few questions about your family. Mai said you could help me. She did she? How'd you get that out of her, I wonder? I'm sorry, detective. I don't know anything about my family that would be of use to you. I haven't even asked you anything yet. Good. Let's keep it that way. At any rate, I'm busy. You can see yourself out. Brilliant. Guys really doesn't want to talk to us. Well, that didn't go well. Maybe Mai will know how to soften her brother up. So I've got to go back to the shrine now. Okay. Let's go back then. I think I managed to find your brother. He didn't exactly seem happy to see me. Yep. You found my brother, alright? He's very protective of me ever since we were little. I know I probably overstepped my boundaries, but would you be willing to come talk to him? I don't think he'll tell me anything on my own. You want me to help? You know, seeing you again really got me thinking. I decided that even if everyone's trying to hide it, I can't sit here and ignore what's happening. I need to understand why my family's been acting so strange. Even my own brother is keeping me in the dark. I'm sick of it. Sure, I'll come with you, Noto. If I went alone, he'd probably pat me on the head and send me away. But if you're there, I'm sure he'll tell me anything about my parents, the mask and everything. Are you sure that's what you want? Sometimes not knowing is better, Mai. No more stupid little Mai. I'd rather be hurt and know than happy and ignorant. But before we go, let's check on Grandma. These days, if she doesn't know where I am, it can really set her off. Alright, we'll make a quick stop at the house. Thanks, Mai. Right, let's go then. I said no visitors. Leave me alone. Grandma, it's me. Please open the door. Mai? Oh, Mai, it's you. Come on in. Yes, please, come in. I got that so wrong. Wait, what is she doing here? It's okay, Grandma. She's here to help. Help? Ha! Don't make me laugh. You were supposed to help me, remember? I found something, and you were going to free me from the past. Free you? Are you talking about the mask? Do not discuss that horrid thing here. No matter how far you go, I can still feel it, like needles in my skin dragging me to it. In my dreams, I can still see that place. Have you seen it too, Detective? A dark place, where those we've lost reside. I'm so old and have wasted so much time, and yet the pain won't go away. My poor Emiko. I miss her so much. If only I had found her. Emiko? You mean Mum? Find her? What are you talking about? She's gone. Don't know, she told me she died before I was born. Yes, of course. We shouldn't be asking such strange things, Mai. If it worked for this woman, you'd be safe at that shrine. No, Grandma, you're wrong. I'm not safe while everyone lies to me. I'm going to see Takeshi. If you won't tell me the truth, he will. Mai, listen to yourself. You must stop. Opening the door to the past will solve nothing. Ever since you were little, I've done what I can to protect you and your brother. Please don't go down this path. You look so much like her, you know, your mother. And you, Detective. Perhaps my granddaughter is too naive to see it, but you can't hide it from me. I know what you've seen, what you're able to do. But keep my family out of it. We've suffered enough. You don't know anything about me, and besides, I'm not the one hiding things from my family. Tell me, do you know the story of... God, here we go. Izanagi and Izanamai? Grandma, this again? I'm sure Inoto's not interested in hearing some old myth. Really, we should get going. Stay right here. Though I've told you this story so many times, you don't seem to grasp the importance. Its importance, sorry. I think it might be of some use to this woman to hear it. Izumi and Izumai were the first of the gods, known to us as the Kami. In legend, it was drops of ocean water that fell from Mizumi's jeweled spear that created the islands of Japan. Her voice is going. When they descended to our lands, they brought their love and devotion with them to the realms of mortals. Izumi and Izumagi and Izuminai had many children, the deities of nature that inhabit the natural world around us. For a time, life was peaceful. However, Izumi gave birth to Kagusumuchi, the Kami of Fire. She was horribly burnt and suffered mortal wounds. As she lay dying and faced her mortality, new Kami were born from her suffering, Kami that hid away from the light. When Kazami passed, Kazamiji was insoluble, and in his rage struck down the child that killed his love. Unable to accept her death, he ventured deep underground to Yomi no Kuni, the land of the dead. Half-blinded, distraught with grief, he wandered into the darkness until he finally heard the voice of his beloved. Though unable to see her face, Izumi begged Izumi to return with him. Izumi replied that she would try, and asked of the god of the Yomi no Kuni permission to return to the land of the living. Incapable of restraining his desire to see his love, Izumi set his comb alight in order to look upon his lost love. What greeted him was the sight of her decaying, worm-eaten face. In horror, Izumi attempted to flee Kami no Kuni. Izumi, out enraged, sent dark spirits to pursue him and drag him back to her. After narrowly escaping, Izumi sealed the entrance to Yagura no Kumi with a great boulder. You see, it is our mortality that brings suffering into the world, yet resisting it is a provision of nature's order. Being mortal means we must accept that we cannot control life and death. Detective, some things cannot be changed, and some doors should never be opened. We must stop. Grandma, you're talking about stories and myths. We're talking about real things. The story may be a myth, but there is truth within it. Can't you see that? The things you pursue, they're unnatural, unclean. Heed my warning and stop this foolishness. I won't let you involve my family any further. First those bastards take my Imoko, then you show up. Perhaps I'm being punished for my sins. Mai, come here. Come here, my sweet child. We must keep you away from her. No, Grandma, I told you already. I'm going to see Takeshi. I'm an adult now, and you can't tell me what to do anymore. No! No, you can't. You can't go. We must protect our family from outsiders, Mai. We're reopening old wounds. Leave us alone. Let us heal. Heal? You think I want to heal? Can't you see how much those lives have hurt me already? You're the one wounding me, Grandma, not Inoto. You're delusional. You tell us stories about Kami and spirits. Takeshi might hide things from me too, but at least he makes sense. This time he's going to tell me the truth. About everything. About Mum and Dad too. No, stop. I'll tell you how your parents, You can't, can you? You never told me how they died. The reasons always change every time I asked. No, Mai, please, you must listen. They might be listening. They're still out there and they haven't forgiven me. Can't you see? They? What are you talking about? You're insane. I'm sorry I spoke to you that way. I'll be back to check on you soon. Don't go, please. Goodbye, Grandma. Oh dear. That ain't good. Oh, I'm sorry. She's gotten much worse since you last saw her. No, it's fine. Why do you think she told us that story? About Izumagi? I don't know. It was kind of creepy though, wasn't it? She was talking about like she really believed it. Come on, let's go see Takashi. Oh god, it's this guy again. Whoa, whoa, what do you think you're going? Maya and I are leaving. What of it? Oh, well, you can't. I got a call from Guy's grandmother, and she says she's having health issues, so she has to stay. I didn't ask what they were. Wouldn't have been caught feigning on my shift again, but it might be pretty bad if she called. Maya's an adult. Her grandmother can't keep her here. Let's go. No, you don't understand. You're not going anywhere. Use violence. I don't really particularly want to use violence, so let's see if maybe we can go talk to the grandmother. Okay, we can't talk to her. Right, we're gonna have to use violence. Oh dear. I was gonna say, we've just lost that. Noto, what are you doing? Is he gonna be okay? He'll offer again in a few hours. Why did he stop us like that? He's never done that before. Still, you shouldn't have done that. He'll be fine. Let's go. Wait, we can't just leave him here. What if he's hurt? Mai, let's go. He might not be the only one who wants to stop us. But fine. Let's go. Oops. Alright, here we go. Mai, what are you doing here? Did she make you come? It's not like that, Takeshi. It was my idea. I asked her to come talk with me, but you sent her away. This one almost got you killed. You expect me to cooperate with her? Surely, if you need to talk to me, you can come yourself. My sister doesn't need to be involved. No, if I came alone, you would just evade all my questions like you always do. Besides, there's something I need you to see. See what? What are you talking about? Where did you get that? Put that away! So you do know what it is. I knew you were hiding something from me. That's not true. I wasn't hiding it. It's not something you ever need to know about. Besides, why is she carrying it in the first place? Wait, don't change the subject. This isn't about Noto. I understand that you're upset with me, but we should talk about this another time. Furthermore, the mask has nothing to do with you. You're wrong. Back in April, when Mai was being held at knife point by another girl, it was this mask she was after. A mask your family is connected to. Looking for it? I suppose I've been a fool to think that I could keep the truth of our family's past away from you. The past? Does that have something to do with Mum and Dad? Yes, so much more. I first saw that mask when I was a child, before you were born. The truth is, it belonged to a cult called the KAWANA, of which our parents were members. A cult? You're kidding! How did your parents get mixed up with that? I know how it sounds, and I find it hard to believe myself. They were a group led by a guru named Takeshi, who promised a simpler life, away from the hypocrisy and falseness of city life. Our parents both had master's degrees, and my mother was on her way to earning her PhD. They chose to give up their lives and their careers to follow some mystic and live on a compound somewhere. The Kamakai were one of many such groups back then. I was a child and didn't understand, but thinking about how our parents were deceived and what they put me and Mai through, though, it's unforgivable. The mask was on the compound. For what purpose or what they believed in it could do, I don't know. You think there are any members of the Kamatai left you know? No. You see, there are no surviving members. They died, all of them, including our parents. I'm sorry, I don't remember much about it. One night, Grandma came into the room that we were sleeping, saying we had to go. The compound was in the woods, so it was dark and I could barely see but she kept charging forward with Maya in her arms and me dragging behind. When we were back in Tokyo several days later, Grandma told me that our parents were dead. She didn't seem sad, as if she was expecting it. The government has censored much of what happened, so I know it was never able to learn how they died. Me and Grandma didn't speak of it, ignoring it as if my childhood and everything that happened in those woods were all a bad dream. As if it weren't for her, we'd probably be dead with our parents, but ignoring it wouldn't erase the anger I felt towards them. I wonder if they even cared about what would happen to us. As a high schooler, I spent more time trying to find out the Kamakai than I did studying. I thought that if I could understand why my parents were so willing to give up their lives and abandon us, I would stop feeling so betrayed. I was wrong. Nothing I found ever gave me peace. died as part of a cult? I don't believe it. It's true. I'm sorry I didn't tell you sooner. I guess it was that in hiding it from you, I was able to hide my feelings as well. I think for Grandma, it was too painful to talk about. I believe she took possession of the shrine in order to live a simpler life. We had to keep it secret. There was no way we could live a normal life without the stigma of the Kamadakai attached to us. I suppose keeping that secret hurts us both dearly. For me, pursuing Kendo gave me a measure of control over my life again. For Grandma, who made a choice to leave her only daughter behind, she always seemed to carry the guilt of it with her. She started going out at night, babbling how she was looking for Mum. When she came home, she would have a rotten stink on her clothes. I was too scared to confront her, so I tipped it off to the police. They found her wandering in the sewers holding nothing but the mask, the same one from the cult compound all those years before, and the one you hold now. I was shocked when they gave it to me. I hadn't seen it for so long, and all that unpleasant memories from my past came flooding back. That was when I decided to leave Kamakura. It was the only way I could move on with my life. That doesn't account for how the mask ended up with your grandmother in the first place. I don't know how she got it. It seemed to appear out of thin air. Or maybe someone gave it to her. She never said. I left the mask with her. It always made me uneasy. It has a strange aura about it. Wait, Grandma was looking for Mum in the sewers? I don't remember any of this. You were in the dorms at your school at the time. Grandma's strange behaviour was part of why I insisted on you going to those private schools anyway, away from Kamakura. I couldn't drag you into the madness of our past. We parted ways without ever speaking about it, and she was much better by the time you returned to Kamakura. Detective, what is it exactly you're looking for? Surely our family's history is nothing of use to you. I assume you've heard about what happened to my partner. This mask was there again when he died. It's more than an ornament. I need to know where it came from. If that's true, then I want to help. Your partner, he seemed like a nice person. Yeah, because he talked about pizza all the time. No, Mai, you've helped plenty enough, but I have to do this on my own. Nuto is right. I apologise for not telling you all this sooner. You can't be involved in something so dangerous. I already thought I'd lost you that day at the shrine. I won't forgive myself if something else happened to you now. Alright. Thank you for finally telling me the truth, Takeshi. I'll be heading back now. I hope you remember that I'm your sister. I may not remember the same things you do, but we're still family. I'll see you guys later. Thank you for your help, Mai. Alright, Mai. I'll come visit you soon. It looks like she's gone. Mai's not here. There's no need to be coy. No doubt taking possession of that mask has taken its toll on you. Even in the brief time I was in contact with it, I felt an immense darkness behind it. I had such strange dreams and saw things I never would have dreamed of on my own. There's always something unusual air about it, and I couldn't stand to be around. Maybe lying to May again makes me a hypocrite. All I know is that I don't want her getting hurt. But like I said, I don't believe that mask is simply wood and paint. Though, I would doubt anyone else would believe us. No one ever did, except for one man. On this street there's an old tea shop. Perhaps you saw it on your way in? An old historian named Yasuhisa is there occasionally. He was the only one who ever acknowledged that I had said about the mask as truth. If you're looking for information on the mask, he may be the best person to ask. That rhymed. I never pursued the topic with him, but I speak with him occasionally on other topics. His mind is a vault of valuable information. Hopefully he can shed some light on what it really is then. I hope so, but please, detective, be careful. Okay. Let's go and talk to this old guy then.